Or I could
spending 70 hours just to be in Monterey with you.
Hello. I have a day off of work today. I still have to get ready. Like, I just threw on this t-shirt because I didn't know what else to wear. I am heading out soon to go to a book event at the Barnes & Noble in Union Square to go see R.F. Kuang for her release of Yellowface tomorrow. I'm meeting up with 2 friends, and so I need to get dressed, figure out what to wear, and then pack like the whole Poppy War trilogy, Babel, and head out. This is an option, but I don't want to look too much like a school kid because I'm carrying a backpack full of books. Or I could wear a bookish shirt. This is the bookish shirt, right? My normal people shirt. Or do I just go no overalls entirely? This has nothing to do with R.F. Kuang, you know, or any of the books that she's written. Do I wear something like that or just wear it for the sake of it being bookish? I changed way too many times, but I'm going with a simple tee and jeans. Thoughts to come on whether or not I will throw on my yellow blazer because I'm not sure if I like the color of the sunflowers and the blazer to go together because that's a different kind of yellow. But I have my books here to take with me. I'm starting a new book today because I just DNF'd one, didn't really like it. I was gonna start in with What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu, which is a memoir, but it's about healing from complex trauma. So I want something a little bit light after my super boring DNF. So I'm going with Alisha Rye's First Comes Like, which I believe is the 3rd book within this companion romance series. This is going to be following a beauty expert and influencer, Gia, an international superstar who slides into her DMs. He is a soap opera star named Dev from a powerful Bollywood family. Yesterday was so much fun. I got my final copy and I got it customized and signed. My ticket was supposed to include like 4 signed books, but at the event they said I could only get 2 more books signed, so I obviously got Babel and the Poppy War. A bunch of people did. It was really cool. I've been to a book signing event before for Mindy Kaling, but that was at like a Club Monaco. So this time I got to actually listen to like the Q&A, which was really nice, and they had been doing a live recording of a Barnes & Noble podcast while we were there. I had a really great time there with my friends. First Comes Like is really great so far. I've only read like 100 pages. Look at this beautiful bookmark that my friend Gina got me while she was in Italy. I hadn't really put it together that Gia, being like a beauty influencer, is also a hijabi wearing beauty influencer, which I think is really awesome because I don't really see that in books, especially like a romance novel. It's a little bit of a rocky start because it might have been kind of like a catfishing type of situation, so we're figuring out why that was. She's giving him some time to explain what happened, why he was a little bit cold to her when they first met. So far it's very readable.
You bring this back to you.
Hello, good morning still, almost afternoon. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. I don't know why, because I only got 5 the night before, so I'm not sure why a 15-minute power nap like totally revived me. I was falling asleep during the game yesterday. Go Heat, okay, first game 1 against Celtics. Yes, indeed. We're in it to win it. We are. Cooper is here today. I haven't seen him in a long time, so it's really great to see him. He's a little bit of an anxious boy, and even more so because he has a few different sitters this week because I couldn't watch him for all the days that his owners needed me to, and it doesn't help that like he hasn't also been here in a while. But he's doing a little bit better today. He doesn't eat a lot, so we're working on that. I took a Bookstagram photo, did a bunch of Duolingo. So the goal for today is to finish my book, First Comes Like by Alisha. This is the third book in the Right Swipe contemporary romance series. It is a companion series, so you don't necessarily have to read them all in the same order. However, it is nice to see a little snippets of the other characters in the books. This one particularly is following Dev, who is a famous Bollywood actor, or at least comes from a very famous family of actors, and this is Gia. She is a makeup beauty influencer. He slid into her DMs, or so she thought, and it is a fake dating trope. I am more than halfway into it. This book is quite long. It's over 400 pages, which I typically don't like for romance. I don't like for them to get dragged out, but it's an easy read. It's not the worst. I can already kind of foresee what the conflict is going to be because it's a fake dating trope and it's sort of escalated because they are public figures. I'm also wondering if there's going to be a next book in this series or not. I don't know. I haven't read a thing. I just talked a lot with my mom, but we're gonna go on a walk. This here is my current stack of books that I need to get rid of, and my little free library in the neighborhood is actually quite empty, so I'm gonna go take a few and go to the library because I have a few books to pick up, so I'm gonna pick and choose. There's a little free library by the East Village apartment. Sir? That was only filled with like MCAT studying books, which I thought was boring, so I want to bring some books there over the weekend as well, so I need to figure out how to split this up. I decided to just take all the paperbacks with me to the East Village Little Free Library. The hardcovers, aka all my Book of the Month copies, I'm gonna take to the library, to the Little Free Library near me. Hello. Wow, I look incredibly pale. Jeez. Now that I'm ready for the day-ish, I'm gonna go to the library because I wasn't able to do that yesterday because it closed. But I finished this last night. I read the last 150 pages or so, and it's 2 stars. I definitely enjoyed the first book, The Right Swipe, more, and then Girl Gone Wild was 3, and then now this one's 2 stars. It just, first of all, way too long. And then second, I guess I liked that it wasn't like the typical third act breakup, but it didn't feel like enough of a conflict to like include and then say that like that's the big ending. I just really didn't feel the connection between Dev and Gia. I don't think there was just a lot of time for them to develop that, and I think it's because Gia had already kind of really liked and had an infatuation for Dev during the catfishing time, so you don't really get to see that part, so I didn't feel the romance there. I will be returning this to the library today. My next read is going to be What My Bones Know by Stephanie Fu. It's a memoir. Stephanie Fu is a journalist, and in her memoir she's investigating complex science behind PTSD and how it shaped her life. Memoirs are my favorite way to consume nonfiction, even better if it is a graphic memoir. That's definitely like my top way to read nonfiction. I have seen this going around a lot Oh, she's a radio producer for This American Life, which I don't listen to, but have heard of it. It's very, very famous, very popular. So I'm going to be picking up this. And then I have a graphic novel that I would like to start also maybe tomorrow over the weekend, Be It in America, which might be a graphic. Oh, it's not a graphic memoir. It's not a memoir, but it's still a really fun graphic novel. Thankfully, my little free library is very close by because this is a pretty big stack of books. This is how we're going. I picked up 3 books. I almost thought it was 4, but the machine was like, this book is not for you. And it was my sister's. So the first book that I got is Everything's Trash, But It's Okay by Phoebe Robinson. This is also like a memoir, autobiography. Phoebe Robinson is a stand-up comedian, and I wanted to read this because I had recently watched her show, Everything's Trash, on Hulu. I don't think it got picked up for another season, but I thought she was really funny, and I liked that the audiobook was also going to be narrated by her because Alana Glazer from Broad City, who I also really love, wrote the foreword and she was narrating her part, so I would like to follow along. I think this is going to be a good time, a funny time as well. The next book that I got is for the Book Troop Book Club pick, The Last Word by Taylor Adams. I skipped my Book of the Month pick this month because I didn't see anything interesting. I did not like No Exit at all, so I didn't want to take a risk, so borrowed it from the library. And then I have another graphic novel called Infidel. It is a horror graphic novel, and I think I've read something by one of the authors or the illustrator before, so I thought I would pick this one up as well. That's my library haul. I'm gonna finish getting it packed and then I guess head out. Someone had come up like while I was dropping off and organizing the Little Free Library, and so I checked the Little Free Library when I was walking back from the public library and found one of my books was gone. So guess that person liked one of my reads. I'm just leaving 4 hardcovers behind, and these are the 6 books that I will be taking to the East Village. Hello. It's a new day, it's a new week. My hair is looking a mess. I didn't read much of anything this entire weekend. I came home on Saturday night, which I typically don't do. Saturday, Coda and I, we went to like an impromptu little happy hour date, got some oysters. And then Sunday, having woken up here, I just spent the whole day doing Duolingo because I think it was like my 3rd week in the Diamond League and I really wanted to get number 1. I'm pretty competitive. So I did that while catching up on the shows, YouTube. I watched the Miami and Celtics game, which game 3, I'm hoping for a fucking sweep because let's fucking go. Coda's a little bit worried about us being able to beat Denver in the next round. I'm really happy with the results. I barely watched the 3rd quarter and I didn't even watch the 4th quarter because I knew we were far up enough to get that win. But I didn't read much of anything. I'm still reading What My Bones Knew by Stephanie Fu. It is a really heavy subject matter. Her abuse definitely shaped a lot of her adult life, so it's coming up and she is noticing this. I think at this point she has already started to work with her therapist as well. So I'm debating if I should read something else between that, or it's just a weird off weekend. I don't usually read on Saturdays, but Sunday I really wish I could have read, but also I'm really glad that I went into gremlin mode and did all of Duolingo. So I mostly was sitting down, lying down the whole day. I didn't want to speak to anybody. I was just focusing on that. Anyway, it's a new week. I want to read a lot because I was just doing nothing the whole weekend. I don't really know what to do with myself right now, especially because I've also been getting really weird sleep. I wasn't able to sleep Saturday night until 6 a.m. on Sunday. So that's where we're at. I had to take a melatonin yesterday because I just really wasn't feeling it. I'm about to watch EXO Kitty. This show, I almost binge watched the whole thing. I think I only have like 2 more episodes to watch. I'm really, really loving it. I really liked the To All the Boys trilogy as books and also as the movie. Definitely like the books more, and I felt like the first movie was the best movie. But this show is so, so cute. It's definitely filling my heart, and I'm loving all the K-pop in it.